Okay, so I was filming this video, but my iPod died right before I was about to finish, so I have to do this all over again. So, pretty much what this video is, I'm doing another tag. It was done by Alex. Hey, just want to say hi. And, yeah, so he did a tag. It was the Kpop Nostalgia Tag. So, pretty much, what happens is you just take some things in your K-pop collection or whatever, stuff like that, something that means, you know, something to you, and you just talk about it. It's pretty simple, right? So I have a nice little pile here, so I'm gonna try and run through this shit quickly because I know y'all ain't trying to sit here and listen to me talk for like 30 minutes. So yeah, let's start off. So first I have Top's Doom Dada. This actually isn't mine. I bought this for my mom for Christmas in 2013 because my mom isn't really into K-pop like I am, but she does listen to it. So like I introduced her to Big Bang. That was probably like the first group I got her to listen to, and she really loves Big Bang. Every time Big Bang comes out with something new, I have to tell her about it and stuff like that. I really wish she can come with me to see Big Bang in concert. Like I just couldn't afford to get her a ticket, but that's just something I wish I can do for her because I want her to experience something like this with me since I know she's a fan. But yeah, I got this for her, so I pre-ordered this when it was like for pre-order, and then I got this for her for Christmas. So this is actually hers. So it means a lot to me because this is something I bought for her because I know how much she loves Top. So yeah. And next is oh no, not I'm gonna go back to Taeyong. Okay, so I have some photo cards here. So I have Chris's Hugs and Kisses, CL's Crush, and Jungkook's Korean press of One Shot. So with Jungkook was the when I first bought the album, I got Zello. So I wanted to trade for Jungkook, and this girl hit me up on Tumblr. She was like, well, I'm getting the Taiwanese version, and if I get the album, I'll give it to you. And so she actually gave me the photo card. She didn't ask for any money. She didn't ask for a trade. She literally just gave me the photo card. And that was so nice of her because she didn't have to do that. So this definitely means a lot to me because, you know, I normally am not lucky when it comes to getting cards of my biases, only if it's like Infinite H. Because normally Infinite H I get both Hoya and Dongwoo, and Dongwoo's my bias. So that's like pretty much the only time I'll get my bias, but other than that I'm really not that lucky. So yeah, I'm really happy that the girl gave me this photo card. And then next is CL's Crush. I don't really talk about 21 on my channel like that, but 21 is like my favorite girl group in K-pop. They were like the ones that pretty much got me into it, and I absolutely love those girls, and CL is my ultimate bias. She is like queen. I love her so much, and I'm still sitting patiently waiting for like her debut and stuff like that. But other than that, when I got the album, I was like, oh, I'll probably get Dara, Bomber, Minzy. Like, I really didn't care which one I got because I love 21 period. But when I looked at the album and I got her photo card, I literally screamed because I just didn't think I was going to get my bias, and especially CL. So I was really, really happy. So this definitely is a card that, one of the cards that really means a lot to me. And last is Chris's Hugs and Kisses photo card. I bought the album from someone on Tumblr. Now, normally when I buy albums from someone on Tumblr, I don't get the photo card, which is okay with me because, you know, most people sell them separately. And for the most part, XO photo cards cost a shit ton of money. Money I'm not trying to pay for. So when I got the album, and my mom normally looks through albums that I get. So she was looking through the album before I did, and she was like, oh, you got Chris photo card. I literally snatched the album from her. Sorry, Mom. And like, I literally lost my shit because she gave me the photo card. I had no idea she was going to give me the photo card because I normally, again, I expect to not get a photo card. So I was really happy that I got his photo card, and being that he is my bias. And another small thing I have is my Infinite light stick. I actually bought this on Tumblr because I was going to go to the tour. I went to the tour, but long story short, the damn light stick didn't get to me until the day of the show. So by the time I was in New York, the damn photo light stick was already here, so I didn't get to use it, unfortunately. But I still have it. I'm not gonna get rid of it. So yeah. And okay, so back to these albums. Taeyong's Solar International version. This is the album that pretty much solidified him as my bias, like my ultimate bias. I really love this album. It is like my favorite. I remember when I first got it, this was like the album I listened to in my car, like especially if I'm going to be driving for a while. I had it on repeat, and I loved just every song on here. I do have Solar, but I just love this version because they also have like songs in English, so it's like the English version of Wedding Dress and the original song Connection and the English version of I'll Be There, and it has all the videos. And yeah, so I just really love this album. Like when I first got into Big Bang, I didn't really know that Big Bang had solos until I found out about it, and then Tam was the first solo I got into, and this was like the album I fell in love with. So yeah. And the next is BAP's One Shot. BAP, this album is actually just the album that got me into BAP. I remember watching the video for One Shot and just immediately falling in love with the song and the video and the album. Like this, just like the video was awesome, but just listening to the song just by itself is even better. Just like the musicality of it, I just absolutely love the song. Like I can listen to the song on repeat all the time and never get sick of it. So yeah, this album here is what got me to BAP, and not only that, this is actually the first album I pre-ordered, so yeah. And so I have SHINee's Why So Serious, The Misconceptions of Me? Yes. The Misconceptions of Me, Why So Serious. Now I know a lot of people, I know some Shawals, you know, some people love this album, but some people kind of like about, especially like Why So Serious being the title track. I like Why So Serious. Is it my favorite SHINee song? No, because there's like a bunch of other songs that are like my favorite, but I don't hate Why So Serious. I really do like Why So Serious. When I got into SHINee, again, I probably said this before a million times, but I got into SHINee because of Taemin, who was on We Got Married, and then this was around the time they was coming out with this album. And I know everyone was talking about the video because Jungkook was in the video and shit like that, blah blah blah. But either way, I watched the video and I really like this song, and I heard the album. I absolutely love it. My favorite song would have to be, oh, it's too close. You probably can't see, it's all blurry, but Evil. Honestly, this song is like, it's so good, but you have to see it live. Honestly, go on YouTube, type in Evil, SHINee World 3 in Seoul, and they perform Evil. That's a performance where they're blindfolded in the beginning. Honestly, watch that performance. It is amazing. Amazing. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what you've been doing with your life, but definitely go check it out. But yeah, this is like one of my favorites from SHINee. I really do love this album so much. Just like up there with like Lucifer and Sherlock. But yeah, Why So Serious. And then I have GD's Heartbreaker. It's a little banged up, you know, it's a little, I had to like tape the sides and all that, but this means a lot to me because this is my first Rare album. I paid $30 for it. I didn't think it was going to be like, I had to tape the sides, but honestly, buying albums used, I'm expecting to have a bit of damage. They're not going to be in perfect condition, so I'm actually okay with it. I'm not going to get rid of it because I already know it's going to be hard as hell to find a better version of it. So yeah, like I said, this is my first Rare album I have. I only have 3 other albums that are like out of print. No, 4. Yeah, I have like 4 albums in my collection that are out of print. So so this is like the first one I have. So yeah, she's Heartbreaker. And then next I have Doki's Love and Life, the album. I would say, I actually would like to thank Jay Park, because when I first went to J Park, I listened to the New Breed album, and Doki's on that album like 3 times. Yeah, like 3 times. And the songs that he's on the album are like one of my favorites. So being the fact that Jay kind of introduced me to Doki, and then I went to listen to his stuff, and this was like the album I listened to first, and then I just immediately fell in love with it. Like, this album is so good. Like, he doesn't really do this type of style anymore. Like, his is more like, you know, like kind of like southern hip, like, you know, like kind of like that trap shit. But I kind of wish he goes back to this. Not saying I don't like his stuff he does now, but I mean, I really do love this type of album that he did. So hopefully one of these days he'll go back to this. But yeah, this is like the album that got me into Doki and that introduced me to K-hip hop. So like, because of him, I listened to Benzino, Iron, Simon D, Jimmy Boy, etc., etc. So it's all thanks to Doki. And then next I have Infinite H's Fly High. Honestly, Infinite H is my favorite subunit. Like, I put them over GD and Top, which says a lot, honestly. But I just love Infinite H. So, and the reason I think I love it because it's different from Infinite songs. Because Infinite H is more hip hop, where Infinite doesn't do that. So it's definitely a definite switch from what they're used to doing in Infinite. So this kind of like got me into Infinite. So listening to them, I just love this album. And of course I love Fly Again. But yeah, definitely love Infinite H. And yeah, so alright, so next I have VIXX's Voodoo Doll. Honestly, I didn't really know that much about VIXX. I heard of VIXX before Voodoo Doll came out, and then when the actual video came out, I remember I was on Tumblr and everyone was like, oh my god, this video is crazy, this time the third. I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about? So I went to actually see the video, and the video didn't like gross me out or anything, because I watch horror movies, so I'm used to seeing shit like that into like, you know, a way more over the top scale. So I wasn't tripping over the video. But honestly, if you haven't listened to the actual song, you need to. The song itself is just amazing. Like, I don't know what it was about that song that just grabbed my attention. Like, I was jonesing for that song. Like, so when it came on iTunes, I immediately bought it. Like, I don't normally buy songs on iTunes, but this is like, I had to have it. And then I ultimately bought the album. So if you want to get into VIXX, and you can't actually get a physical copy of Superhero and Rock Your Body, get Voodoo Doll, because they have those songs on the album along with Hide and On and stuff like that. So yeah, so they have their stuff prior to Voodoo Doll in here, and of course the actual album itself is good. Like, the pre-release track, Only You, was like that R&B feel, B.O.D.Y, kind of like that New Jack Swing, and then like Secret Night was so good. I know like Ravi had wrote it, so yeah, a great album. This also is kind of like the album that kind of like skyrocketed, you know, VIXX popularity. Like, this was the album that kind of just like took them up there. So yeah. And so next I have TVXQ's Tense. This is the album that got me into TVXQ. Like, I'm not a hardcore Cassie. Like, I'm kind of like low rank Cassie right now. Like, I'm getting my feet wet. So yes, I am a fan, but I'm not like there yet. I gotta earn my stripes to, you know, call myself like a hardcore Cassie. So I remember when this first came out. I remember like yesterday was January 1st, 2014, if I'm not mistaken, because I think Rain had also came out the same day. So 3 people that had been gone for a minute had came out with stuff that people have been waiting for a long time. So definitely everyone was waiting for TVXQ to come back, and something was, I just really love that song. I just love that big band sound. I really love that type of music, and then you incorporate it with K-pop. It's just just so good. And the album itself is really good. Like 10, if you haven't heard 10, I don't know what you've been doing with yourself, but you might want to listen to it. And I love how like they incorporate all their older songs in it, like Purple Line, Rising Sun, Hug, did they say Moronic? They might have said Moronic, but I know definitely those songs. I think Triangle too, so they incorporate like their older songs into the song, which is awesome. And of course you got Smoky Heart, Moonlight Fantasy, Beside, Off-Road, Double Trouble. I don't even want to go through the whole track list, but yeah, this was really, really good, and I really love this album. So I'm a little bummed that, like, you know, they're gonna be gone for the next 2 years, but it's all good because I have this album to keep me company. And then next I have Block B's Blockbuster. This is actually the first album I listened to in getting into Block B. If you are trying to get into Block B, definitely this is the album you want to get into, because it's definitely a lot of different sounds on this album, especially like Mental Breaker, Movie's Over, No Joke, Neely Mambo, and stuff like that. Like just like all these songs are different, but it's not completely like left, so it makes sense. So it's not like, you know, oh, it don't fit with the album. It definitely does. So definitely, if you, like I said, if you want to get into Block B, this is the album you should definitely listen to first. I absolutely love this album, and like I said, Block B is like my third favorite group. So yeah, definitely love this album. And I'm almost done, I promise. And so second to last is, well, not second to last, but anyways, EXO. Alright, EXO, how are we getting to EXO? I heard Wolf. I hated Wolf. I hated the video. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I was not feeling Wolf. Wolf is like my least favorite EXO song. I'm sorry, I can't really walk with Wolf like that. Like, it's tolerable now, but I couldn't stand that damn song when it came out. So that kind of just like turned me off from EXO. And then we move over to Growl. I remember people was talking about Growl because the song leaked, the dance practice leaked. I heard the song, it was like once, and I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't really like pay attention to it. And then I saw the teaser, and I was like, hold up, wait a minute. So I got a little excited, and so I watched the video. I immediately loved the video. I loved the song. I was like, I need this album. So what I did was, after I listened to Growl, it made me go back to Hugs and Kisses and made me listen to the whole album, except for Wolf. And I love this album. This is like my favorite album. And then next would be Exodus. Like, this album is so good. Like, it's really good. Like, all these songs is just, I don't know. You probably can't tell because I can't zoom in, because I tried to like turn it off, but yeah, this album is really good. So I don't have the Chinese version, but definitely hear EXO if you don't have anything EXO. But yeah, so Growl pretty much got me into EXO. And then I'm almost done, and so I have Big Bang's #1, the Japanese version. So with this album, this is my first and only Japanese album that I have. And the reason why, I've been wanting to get this album for 2 years, and I got it like late last year. No, I think it's early this year. So it took me like 2 years to get this album because I had no way to get in. Plus, how I was looking for it was all wrong. I was looking on eBay and they were like $60 to $100. I was like, I'm not paying for that. Until I found it on Amazon. I think I paid like $4 for it, and I was like, good. So I absolutely love this album. And not only that, because all the songs, with the exception of Haru Haru, I think it's like the only song in Korean. Everything else is in English. So like #1 with You, How G, even like Remember, and Always. All these songs are in English, so love, love, love this album. And speaking of Big Bang, I saved the best for last. So none other than Big Bang Still Alive Special Edition. This is the album that started it all, that started me collecting albums, is this baby here. I love this album. This is what got me into Big Bang. And this is actually my favorite album. Of course, I love all the other stuff, plus the Japanese stuff, but this is it. I love, love, love this album. Check this back. I mean, Fantastic Baby was the first video of theirs I saw. Immediately fell in love with it. Then it was Baby Boy, and then Blue, and then Monster, and then like listening to the whole album. I love it. Honestly, I tend to forget that it's only a mini album and not an actual album. But either way, this is the Big Bang version. But yeah, I love this album. I remember when I first bought it. I bought it from a place called Kpop Heaven, which is it's not open anymore. They've been on hiatus for like 2 years now. Oh no, but yeah, like almost 2 years. Going on 2 years. So I spent $20 on it, which is like crazy expensive now. And I honestly, like, I just bought it because that's like they were based in Connecticut, so I had to wait like 2-3 days for the album. Still had to wait 2-3 weeks. So I bought this album. I was so happy, and I got my first photo card, which was the YG Family card. So yeah, Big Bang Still Alive Special Edition is my first ever album. Now I have like a shit ton of albums since then. But yeah, this is what started all. So yeah, Big Bang. So yeah, I know I've been talking for like 22 minutes, and I was hoping I wouldn't do that, but I tend to talk a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And yeah, again, so check out Alex's video. I'll put the link down below. Check out his channel and stuff like that. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.